Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Julie Chaffee-Mazza and welcome to my channel. I have been fortunate enough to have been tagged by Gina from Knitting TurnPike in answering the 10 questions from Crystal of Bag a Day Yarns. As I've been watching people do these videos, I've been kind of snickering because I thought they're not easy questions. I mean, if you're crying out loud, how can you choose just one yarn? Okay, this is really hard. But I'm not laughing so hard now because I got tagged. Thanks a lot, Gina. I'm going to put a link below for Gina's Knitting TurnPike. I love watching her videos. She's awesome. Okay, so to get at this. Questions that came from Crystal of Bag a Day. I'll put a link to her site as well. Question number 1. What is your favorite color of yarn? Oh my goodness. I like a lot of different colors, so it's really kind of hard for me to decide. But I like fall colors. So if there's a variegated or an ombre or some type of yarn like that that has fall colors. The oranges, the kind of like a rust color, the browns, the paler yellows. I just love the fall colors. Okay, and favorite weight of yarn. Ooh, that's a tough one. It depends a lot on what I'm working on. Growing up, I grew up with Windtuck, Coats and Clark, and Red Heart. So my comfort zone is Red Heart yarn. And I guess that would be a favorite because it's a comfort zone. But as I am introduced into different yarns, I'm gonna have to backtrack on that, and right now it depends on what I'm working on. As I'm introduced to new yarn, I really like the woolies. I like working with that because I make the hat, mitten, and scarf sets. But I'm also working on one now that's kind of a favorite. It's Manarola and yarns like this. I have several of them and the names kind of escape me, but I really like working with that because of the color, and it's a roving, and it makes the project more interesting, more lightweight. So and that's a 3-weight. So at this point, I'm looking at 3-weight being my favorite right now. My favorite style of yarn, I like the ombres. I like the way the color fades in and out. It's great for a lot of different projects. Fiber of yarn. Oh, because I like to just wash and go, I like the acrylic. However, if I can find a superwash merino wool, that is rapidly becoming my favorite because I can wash it. I do a light tumble dry on it, but I really like that fiber, the superwash merino. And my favorite brand that I can get easily within my country, I'd have to say right now it's the Big Twist in Joann's. I love Red Heart. Big Twist is very similar to it, but it's softer. Red Heart softens up with the washing. But I'd have to say the Big Twist from Joann's. My favorite brand that isn't easy to get within your country. Ooh, I'd have to say Ice Yarns. I like the Ice Yarns. Yarnnut.com carries some of the ice yarns, but not all of them yet. I'm sure that she will. But I have to say Ice Yarns on that one. My favorite store online and my favorite brick and mortar. My favorite online store is Hirschner's. I know they have their big warehouse clearance in Wisconsin, but I'm originally born and raised in Wisconsin, and I grew up receiving the Hirschner's catalog, so that's kind of a fan favorite there. And my brick and mortar, since I moved to Canton, I really love the Joann's here in Canton. It's like a humongous store. I love the Joann's there. Do I keep scrap yarn? And if so, what do I do with it? Yes, I keep scrap yarn, and I make scrap gans. I use the scrap yarn, and I use the scrap for the centerpieces. I make granny square afghans with that. My favorite thing to crochet or knit. Okay. Now, knitting I kind of suck at. Am I allowed to say that? I got dust on my knitting needles. But but it is my goal to pick up those knitting needles, learn some stitches. I don't know that I have a favorite with that. I have a tendency to do scarves when I do knit. Now crocheting, my favorite is the mitten pattern I had from my mom, who had gotten it from another lady when she was younger. The mittens. It brings back a lot of fond memories, so that's definitely my favorite thing to crochet. When I crochet, I think of my mom, I think of Georgie, I think of the people we went to bingo with, so it brings back a lot of fond memories for me. Now, if you could crochet or knit one last thing for the rest of your life, what would it be and what yarn would you use? Now, there's been some confusion about this question, so I'm going to answer it in two parts. If I could crochet or knit one last thing for the rest of my life, if it means that one yarn, one project, nothing else, it'd be the mittens. I would crochet the mittens for the rest of my life. Now, if this is you're given one opportunity to complete one final project and then all the yarn and everything in the world disappears, I would have to say that I would knit some type of heirloom afghan. And I would use a lot of different stitches and really make it pop as far as the heirloom and the stitch aspect of it. So I would knit an heirloom and pass it on to my granddaughter. I had the opportunity to think about these questions for a while, so that's why it seems so easy for me to answer them. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tag a couple other people. So I am tagging Keri, the Yarny Elephant, Kittymom Adventures, and Crocheting with LeAnn. So I'd really like for you guys to, oh, one more, Michele Schlieper. I'm going to tag you guys for these questions, and I can't wait to see your videos. Thank you for joining me. And like I said, this is really hard, even though I've had a few days to think about it, because you're asked to pick one yarn or one company, or I can't do that. I'm like a kid on a sugar high in a store or online opening tabs. I love yarn, I love all the colors, it depends on the project. So I would hope that others feel the same. You know, it's an adventure, and each project is learning something new or doing something just to bring some joy into somebody's life. So I want to thank you for joining me today, and I want to thank Knitting TurnPike Gina for tagging me. Hey, you rock, girl. I love watching your videos. Thank you very much. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. There's times I go back to videos, and there will be times I'll be going back to videos, and I may be doing a drawing. So drawing means yarn. All right, thank you very much for watching, and everybody have a great day and happy hooking. Thank you.